What to Play presents the 25 upcoming PC games for 2019, 2020, and beyond. Wolfenstein: Youngblood. BJ Blazkowicz no longer takes center stage in this Nazi-killing franchise from id Software. This time, take control of his two badass twin daughters in a quest to kill more Nazis. Youngblood encourages cooperative play with a friend as you go on an all-out war against Hitler's army in Neo-Paris. Liberate the city and acquire an arsenal of powerful weapons, gadgets, and abilities. Its Buddy Pass package allows you and a friend to play the entire game together even if they don't own it. It comes out this 26th of July. Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey. Coming from the same people who made the Assassin's Creed franchise, Ubisoft's historical third-person open-world survival is all about evolution. Set in the never-before-experienced world of Neogene Africa, explore, expand, and evolve as you advance your clan to the next generation. It is filled with detail. The game emphasizes the importance of micro and macro managing. Traverse a beautiful world gleaming with possibilities. Every player experience is unique as the game relies solely on your approach to survival. It comes out this August 27th. Control. Remedy Entertainment has a new IP and, good news, it's setting up to be as weird as all their other titles. Even with their recent expansive gameplay showcase, the story of their upcoming action-adventure is still pretty much wrapped in mystery. What we do know is that the game is going to be set in an otherworldly New York, with the character Jessie takes on the responsibilities of the Bureau of Control and fight against the Hiss invasion. Using her telekinetic abilities, unlock rooms in the sprawling oldest house in Metroidvania style, and get to talking to the Bureau's many residents. Not a lot is clear at the moment, but that only adds fire to the anticipation for this next Remedy title. It's coming this August 27th. Gears 5. Coalition is pulling out all the stops for this latest installment of the Gears series. No longer centered around Marcus Phoenix, this entry takes Kat Diaz in her quest to uncover the mystery of their enemy and learn about her own dangerous origins. Redefining the Xbox One experience, this game features all the high-quality content: 4K Ultra HD, HDR, and Xbox crossplay. For Xbox One X users, expect the most jaw-dropping action experience the Gears series has ever offered. It's 5 thrilling game modes in one epic third-person shooter title, and it comes out this 10th of September. Borderlands 3. Gearbox Software is coming back to give us more cel-shaded chaos with a much-awaited third installment of their action RPG. And yes, it'll be a timed Epic Games exclusive for the first few months, but that doesn't spell the end of the world for the rest of us. Not a lot of details yet, though it seems we'll be getting new Vault Hunters in Moz, Flak, Amara, and Zane. Play around their different styles and experiment with their guns, gadgets, beasts, and sorcery. With a new spaceship, venturing outside the planet Pandora is finally possible too. If you're seeing this before July 8th, 2019 and own either Borderlands 2 or Borderlands Handsome Jack Collection, you may even avail of their awesome Lilith-focused DLC for absolutely free. Borderlands 3 is coming out on the Epic Games Store on September 13th. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. The Punisher isn't all too friendly in this latest sequel to Ubisoft's Ghost Recon Wildlands. John Bernthal is a deadly foe to face. As part of the Ghosts, use your badass skill set and gather your teammates in this challenging new title. Put your skills to the test as you go toe-to-toe with enemies as smarter and as deadly as you are. Its cinematic trailers and gameplay footage showed a lot of the game's promising new additions, including an improved multiplayer mode, drones, and a whole new map. Coming this October 4th. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Activision took a bold step to initiate a soft reboot on the Modern Warfare series. There are no dramatic subtitles, new logos, and whatnot. It remains Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The reveal trailer showed us how the series has improved over the years, but its biggest surprise is the return of fan favorite Captain Price. Although he's a completely different person here, it's still nostalgic to see this guy come back in all his glory. Unfortunately, all we know about the game as of the moment is that it has a single-player campaign, multiplayer, and crossplay. More will be revealed in the coming months and comes out this October 25th. The Outer Worlds. Despite disappointing a lot of people with their Epic Games exclusivity, you can't really help but anticipate a new Obsidian Entertainment title. Unlike Fallout New Vegas, The Outer Worlds is set in a distant planet. The threat is less nuclear meltdown and more of a revolt against corporations. Injected with the studio's witty dialogue, dark humor, and RPG mechanics, it's a promising undertaking. Become who you want to be as you navigate through their branching narrative pathways and dialogue trees. Choose between stealth, diplomacy, deception, or just shoot it out with a tactical time dilation system. A little too familiar with its slightly dated graphics, it's a return to what Obsidian does best, and it's coming out as a time exclusive on the Epic Games Store this October 25th. Shenmue III. First announced in 2015 and crawling its way to a successful Kickstarter campaign, the third installment to the Shenmue series is finally coming after almost a 2-decade wait. Far from their most expensive video game production history, Shenmue 3 doesn't have much in the way of visual changes. But that doesn't seem to matter for their cult following, as long as they get to jump back into the shoes of Ryu Hazuki in his journey into the Chinese forest to avenge his father. It's all very end of the century. On another note, it seems Steam backers of the Kickstarter have been badly hit by the developer's decision to become an Epic Store exclusive. Fans are understandably furious, and if you're one of them, you'll have a few months to think about whether or not you still get it despite. Hit with yet another delay, it's releasing on November 19th, 2019.
Not a chance! Stop that tickle!
Code Vein. Bandai Namco's open-world JRPG borrows from Software's sadistic Souls-like genre. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, take the role of Veins, enhanced human beings with a thirst for blood in exchange for power. Eliminate fiendish ghouls with your bloodlust and team up with friends as you embark on this living nightmare. A gameplay demo is currently out in the wilds right now, and you can get your first look at how the game will work. You can clearly see the inspiration from the Souls series with its bonfire-lit checkpoints, punishing combat, and creepy blood-soaked monsters. It comes out this 27th of September. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. The latest in Moon Studios' emotional and beautiful platformer embark on a breathtaking adventure set in a vast and exotic world. Play as Ori, a white guardian spirit with powerful traversal abilities. The Metroidvania elements stay the same, but the scale of its levels are increased to new heights. The latest trailer from this year's E3 showcased numerous boss battles that you'll encounter, alongside its stunning backdrops and colorful gameplay. It comes out this February 11th, 2020. Warcraft III Reforged. 2019 is all about reliving the past, even if it does mean making the same mistakes all over again, this time in 4K resolution. More than just a remaster, Blizzard's Reforged is a ground-up remake of this classic real-time strategy from 2002. Return to the famous campaign and marvel at the game's fresh new models and modernized balance changes. Reforged will also have tweaks to their iconic cutscenes and some of its lore to stay consistent with the changes made through World of Warcraft. Aside from refreshed visuals, this upcoming remake will contain the Frozen Throne expansion, map and mode editors, and an updated multiplayer. It's set to release sometime this year. Watch Dogs Legion. The revolution is making it to London. The third entry to Ubisoft's hackathon of an action-adventure, Legion goes big on the anti-corporation scheme by bringing the whole population into the mix. The main premise of this new entry is that everyone can be part of the rebellion, from that antisocial skater, the smug executive, or that grandma quietly feeding the pigeons. In Legion's open-world simulation of London, there are hardly any NPCs, all thanks to the power of procedural generation. But remember, lose them once, and you lose them forever. Play as enforcers, infiltrators, or hackers in a world of consequences and get to choose how you handle each encounter. An ambitious new installment, it's coming out on March 6, 2020. Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2. The famous action RPG finally gets a sequel after almost 15 years. Based on the pen and paper RPG by White Wolf, Bloodlines 2 continues the undead adventures in 21st century Seattle. Settle into your very own human background, from barista to career criminal, and navigate through your own afterlife with their many dialogue and interaction options. Most fans praise the game's potential and improvements. However, others find the lack of NPCs disappointing, not to mention the buggy wonders that also marred the previous installment. Still in pre-alpha, it's not exactly at its best form, but we hope the kinks will smooth themselves out once it comes out March 2020. Cyberpunk 2077. The winner of this year's E3, with the breathtaking Keanu Reeves making his mark in video game history with his surprise appearance. Cyberpunk 2077 is the most ambitious title CD Projekt Red has ever made. Enter a futuristic world where people are obsessed with body modifications and psycho drugs. An extended adaptation of Mike Pondsmith's Cyberpunk tabletop game, roam around the high-tech low-life streets with your custom-made character. Create your own story, ending, and beginnings in this first-person shooter wonder. The city is bound for burning this April 16th, 2020. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. First announced as Project Z, Bandai Namco takes on a new yet familiar adventure through the Dragon Ball Z series. Arguably the most popular arc in the whole Dragon Ball saga, Kakarot shines a highlight on the heroic life of the character Kakarot, or Goku for most of us, as he journeys along with his friends to retrieve the legendary Dragon Balls. Being the most popular, there are worries that it's just gonna be the same arc we've played a million times before. But with today's improved graphics and tech, it will hopefully be a fresh new Dragon Ball action RPG experience. It's set to release early 2020. Evil Genius 2. Doing good can get a little bit tiring, especially with all the games focused on giving you that big old hero treat. That's what Rebellion Games' latest title is set on solving. Following through on the series' 2004 beginnings, Evil Genius 2 is packed with plenty of goodies and baddies too. A real-time strategy simulation game, plot the hero's course around your volcano island lair and make sure this time they won't find a way out. Filled with references to Fleming's James Bond and other awesome spy stuff, gather your henchmen and prepare for the hero's arrival this 2020. Microsoft flight simulator. A throwaway reveal in the last Microsoft presentation seemed to be one of the biggest surprises for some longtime fans. A game that has its beginnings in the 70s, Flight Simulator lands on today's generation of consoles with a hangar full of new features and improvements. For a game that needs realism to work, Microsoft gave this upcoming title their signature superstar treatment, cranking the environment's scale and physics to 11. Supporting 4K resolutions, it's totally unlike the simulations of before. Microsoft's Flight Simulator seems intent on giving you that breathtaking feel of flying around gorgeous landscapes of the world in the comfort of your own living room. It's set to release this 2020. Psychonauts 2. One of 2005's iconic gems was Tim Schafer's Psychonauts. The platformer received critical acclaim during their release, and after a series of publisher issues, Schafer and his team successfully returned to the fore to bring the next chapter of their Mind Freaks. The game was heavily funded by their fans during their Kickstarter campaign, and it's nearing its release. In this sequel, Roz returns to the Psychonauts but notices something different. Judging from its closed-doors gameplay footage, the delightful and weird world continues to awe fans. We can't wait for this one to come out sometime this 2020.
New players that haven't played Psychonauts before.
Yeah, and we're trying to make it so you might feel a little confused, but a little confusion is always part of a Psychonauts game because they are supposed to be surprising and trippy. But we need to set up the basic story elements, and we're doing it so that you don't have to play the first game.
Tales of Arise. The latest in the long-running Tales series is one of the most ambitious projects yet. Mixing new and old into one game-changing installment, Tales of Arise builds its foundation on a brand new engine, improving the visuals with richer lighting, watercolor-like graphics, and updated character models while keeping the cel-shaded effect of the previous titles. Moving towards realism, the worlds of Dana and Reyna certainly feel immersive, letting you dive into their complicated twofold stories set between the two planets. Bandai Namco may have claimed updated combat mechanics for the title, there isn't much signs of it in their latest trailer. A welcome direction for the series, it's set to release in 2020. Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of old games are making a comeback, but they're always most exciting when in the right hands. In this case, no hands could probably be more appropriate for the Baldur's Gate series than the modern kings of pen and paper style role-playing turned digital, Larian Studios. After their critically acclaimed Divinity title, diving into the lore of Baldur's Gate D&D setting won't be news to them. What we know so far is that it won't be a direct sequel to the original, but it will stay faithful to their roots, taking the 5th edition rule set into consideration. What remains to be seen though is if it will keep with their turn-based combat or the real-time with pause system. Some things may still be up in the air, at least we know now that Baldur's Gate is in development. No release date yet. Dying Light 2. Techland's follow-up to their successful zombie playground is making new waves on the genre. Continuing their signature parkour mechanics from the original installment, this sequel will boast a bigger world and a strong emphasis on choices and consequences. In Dying Light 2, your main character is part of the infected. Harness the supernatural powers of the virus and survive the ever-changing dangers of this new city. Just like the original, its day and night cycles offer mysterious difficulty changes. Not much details were unveiled, but the game is scheduled to release sometime this 2020. Elden Ring. Looks like acclaimed Game of Thrones writer has been getting busy elsewhere. Working together with equally acclaimed studio From Software, they team up to recreate Dark Souls storytelling and gameplay with the characteristic richness and detail that George R.R. Martin can offer. According to reports, Elden Ring will let you play a customizable character with no defined personality. It's up to players to flesh out their history as well as the worlds. It's gonna be one of From Software's biggest games yet. Probably very early on in its development, there's no release date yet. Ghostwire Tokyo. Tango Gameworks' latest horror installment is no longer limited to Detective Castellano's mind. From Shinji Mikami and the adorable Ikumi Nakamura, this is unlike any survival horror game that they're known for. It's spooky, but it no longer limits the player's survival. The story and gameplay remains a blur right now, but the trailer gave us hints of what's to come. People in Tokyo suddenly disappeared, and as one of the survivors, it's up to you to uncover this mysterious phenomenon. Meet various NPCs that aid you in your journey, spirit or not. No release date yet. Halo Infinite. Halo introduces a new chapter to their sci-fi hero's tale, and it's shaping up to be one hell of an experience. Master Chief is back in the spotlight with a refined story. Halo Infinite will also mark the series' deeper focus on cooperative play. Play with your friends in a grand space adventure filled with beautiful vistas, fantastic biomes, and sci-fi action. While we didn't get any new look into their gameplay, exciting news about possible land support and an up-and-running split-screen feature is enough to keep fans going. Developed by 343 Industries and powered by their new Slipspace engine, Infinite is gearing up for greatness, but it might be a while till then. No release date yet. So that's it for today here at What to Play. If you loved this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to become a certified What to Player. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye!